Hey, what's going on, y'all? Early to AM. It's a beautiful day today. Sometimes I be trying to comprehend certain things that a lot of people be saying. You see, a lot of people be saying. Then you go to your squirrels and they say, bro, they talking about you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, how they talking about me? And I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? They ain't in my presence. You see, they ain't in my presence. I ain't said nothing to them directly. You see, I'm talking about my world. I'm talking about how I got to a point to where I'm able to talk about the shit now. You see, I'm comfortable. I'm secure with my shit. You see, it's like, these are things that I wrote down, you see. But listen, they're not paying attention to this shit. They don't care. They think you angry. They think, you got some type of anger issue, some type of trauma thing going on. You see, and you see, they want you to be, when you talk about arrears, they thinking, you neglected those responsibilities, when they put that loan upon you. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever it is, because you got to pay that shit back. You see, I've been paying this shit since I was 26 years old. You see, 26 years old, might as well say 59. I'll be 59 this year, so I've been paying this shit for over 33 years, basically. Yeah, so it's like, when they're hearing you saying this shit, I ain't never missed a motherfucking payment. I ain't never missed a child support payment. These are what you call arrears that I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? And something hit me in that moment when I saw them take all this motherfucking money out of my check. And you see, and you don't have nobody to talk to because these motherfuckers want money. You see, to talk to them shit. You see what I'm saying? You see, and then all of a sudden something happened to you. You see, you just froze the fuck up. You just froze up and you be trying to talk and you're stuttering, everything's just coming out wrong. It's just something that's trying to halt. You see, in all these years, all you doing is pushing this shit out. You see, being creative on how to talk, you see, outside the angles and all this other type of shit that these motherfuckers got you and shit, because I can see in the dark. You see what I'm saying? I can see how they do. I can't explain to you how I see it, goddammit. Something just happened to where I can see over here and I can see over there. You see what I'm saying? One is like this and the other one is gray, but I can see inside the gray. You see? But yeah, you see, and I be trying to understand how these folks be gathering shit. You see, the royal, they'll hear you talking and they'll hear anger, they'll hear this, they'll hear that, they'll hear this, they'll hear all these things coming from you, and then they'll say something negative about what it is and all this other type of shit. But see, they're not thinking collectively, or they haven't seen some of my videos that got 2-3 views on it, because I'm talking about it all. You see, I'm talking about all this type shit. You see, hey, listen, they'll try to hurt you while you throwing up this shit. They'll try to hurt you. You see, you throwing up all this shit verbally about of yourself. They say, do it by yourself. Go under. Nah, nigga, I'm doing this shit wide open. I want people to see this motherfucking shit. You see what I'm saying? I want them to see this motherfucking shit until it settle in their mind and say, I know exactly what this motherfucker is doing. You see, it's easy to understand, you see, but just get out the motherfucking world and learn that spirits do come in vessels. You see, certain spirits do, you know what I'm saying, are born, from a father and mother, and you see, yeah, I don't gotta say what type of spirit it is. You see, first thing people will say is a bad spirit or some type of creepy spirit, whatever, or they use the names and shit for it. You see, but now listen, what they do, what the folks be doing sometimes, you see, they'll hear you talking and they'll respond to you based on how they understand or how they comprehend the shit, you see, and they'll start talking. If you're negative, they'll start talking negative. You know how sometimes how the Caucasian racists, you know how they'll call you a nigger and they'll say it real angry. Like, they'll say the word nigger real angry, they'll act out the anger and they'll act out everything that the word nigger is to them. They'll act it out. They'll become the nigger that they said you are. You see, they'll become that. It's the same thing with some of these royal motherfuckers. You see, they'll become your pain, or they'll become something. You see, when they hearing you act a certain way, when they hearing you pushing out some of these things, You be talking through straight pain, releasing this shit. You see, telling those who know you are familiar with the spirit that see, that everything is gonna be all right. Listen, when you talking like this, the first thing they'll do, you see, you remember how the colonizer used to do? You see, they'll have one of their slaves and they'll be beating the fuck out of that slave, telling it to work harder, and he's been doing this shit for 12 hours, and they'll be beating on him. You see, and the more he work hard, the more shit be pressing upon him. You see, they'll just keep beating him, and or sometimes they'll literally physically, try to destroy him. You see, but this is their tool to help them make money. You see, but it's not about that. It's the hate that they have for the being. And you can see it up here with these royal motherfuckers. They do the same thing. It's the hate that they have for the beings that's up under them. You see, they don't want to use their humanity. You see, I'm trying to coin this in the best way I can. You see, I think it's a primate type thing. You see, I guess it's a primate type thing, this human type shit. You see, I think it's, you half human or some shit. Listen, I'm trying to understand what all this shit is. Why is it hard for people to see other people come down? You see, or do you have to have a certain type of glow or certain type of thing about you? You see, I can't help the way I am. I can't help the way I deliver my shit. I've been like this all of my life. You're gonna have to go back to the 80s. You see, and find some motherfuckers that know me. You see, and let them tell you that I'm always like this. I was like this since I was a child and shit. Can you hear my mama telling me to stop showing off and all this other type of shit? I ain't know what the fuck that meant. The only thing I know is everything that's in me, I don't supposed to give it. That's all I know. Everything I was born with, I was supposed to give it because I'm showing off for some shit. You see what I'm saying? God bless her. You see? And then everybody else starts saying the same thing. And you don't know what that shit is and shit. And then all of a sudden it just got, the anger start coming out because you're doing shit and you don't know, you ain't been to school for it, or you ain't been around, you ain't been trained for it and shit. There's a certain type of order, you see, because those that's paying you don't look like you and they need that shit to be a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? They need their shit to be in it. You see? So that's what they're gonna train you. All this, I was born with a motherfucking drum. You see? I was born with percussions and shit. You see? I was born with percussion. I don't know how to be like that. I don't know how to romanticize my motherfucking shit and talk with these smooth words and shit. I ain't saying I don't know how to do it, but goddamn, let a nigga come into himself, back into himself first and shit. This shit is hard. I went hella years, you see, without being 100% myself. You see, just to please other motherfuckers. And then when people hearing you releasing this motherfucking shit, here they come with the whips, here they comes with the machete, here they comes with the smooth, hurtful words and things because they don't know who you are. You see, but you right there in their presence. Well, not in their presence, you right there to where they can see you. Only thing they gotta do is talk to you, but they don't want to talk to you. Nigga, it costs money to talk to some of these motherfuckers. So they ain't gonna talk to you because you, like I said, you lower than them. You see, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to say a motherfucking thing to you. They just want to act out what they think and they seeing from you. And then put their worldly experiences in it, you see? But they do it in a negative. So they try to compound the shit that you then partially mastered. You see, hey, look, this nigga, he's coming out the motherfucking soil. Hey, get them clippers. You gotta cut this motherfucking bub off. Hold on. You see what I'm saying? It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Neck all down and say, here come a motherfucker ready to cut my shit off and shit. You see, for what? Why? How come I can't sing? How come I can't? It's like, nigga, go through this fire, but do it gently. Go through this fire, but make sure you're kind with it. Fuck that type shit. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do. You can't. What's kind to you? What's gentle to you? You see, somebody teach you how to do that type shit? You see, you would never find a more kinder person than me. You would never find a more gentler person than me. You will never find a more materialistic person than me. You will never find a more ethnic person than me. I carry the drum. And you, nobody else out here is gonna take my drum away from me. You see? You can't take it away from me. You can't take my horns away from me. I don't give a fuck if I'm qualified to say certain things or not. I'm gonna be myself. But I tell you what, like everything else in the world, all that happens to us, it's gonna be another people that's gonna come because they hear something that they heard way before the nigga existed. This nigga is saying the same motherfucking thing. He's acting the same motherfucking way. You see, it's people on this planet who knows this shit. So I'm not too worried about those that look like me. You see, it's only gonna be a few that's gonna ride. You see, it's only gonna be a few that's gonna ride. And these are the motherfuckers that's gonna go over this wall. And you see what I'm saying? You know, so I'm not really concerned. Well, it is because it hurts my heart, you know. Let's just say there's 144. That's my base of 9. Let's just say there's 144, and you got, well, put it like this: you got 2 7s in that 14, right? And then you got that 4. You see that square, but that 2 7 right there, you see, that's a fifth. 14, that's a fifth. And you see, or you can make it a 39. You see, you can make that into a 39. I'm trying to understand, because folks gonna try to mock you. Folks gonna try to mock you about your math, about your mathematics. They ain't gonna have nothing good to say about the shit you're doing. You see, but they ain't reading you. They ain't reading your scrolls. They ain't reading it. You see, because it's here for them. They ain't gonna read this shit, nigga, because it's not. The reason why they won't read it, because it's not what they was taught. You see, they're taught on how certain things work out here. But when somebody come and the real shit is written inside of his scroll or his DNA to do it this way so he can see himself, and he's only giving them a one-on-one, which is himself. But there's 98 more motherfucking laws, you see, that he haven't even showed. Well, he did one time, but he really haven't even showed the people. You see, he want to show the people, but if ain't nobody saying nothing to him, he gonna have to give it to another people. And that's what's happening. That's really what they waiting on, the whole full motherfucking 99 laws. And you see, they waiting for the whole damn lot. You see, they waiting on the whole motherfucking lot. You know, these sands, these grains, these stars. You see, they waiting on it. They waiting on me though. You see, because they already know what's about to happen. You know, you see, because I'm gonna have to flee, because those who killed them the first time, many a times, you see, they're gonna keep on doing this shit because they're hearing something that's not good for them. They're hearing something that's not good for them, you see. But it could be, you see. And matter of fact, a motherfucker like me, shit, is 59 years old. It's gonna be 59 years old in August. Listen, a motherfucker like me, I'm too old to be playing a superhero out this motherfucker. Only thing I want to do is just live for the first time in my life. Well, since I was 26 years old, I just want to see what it feels like just to live a little bit. You see, that's all I ever wanted. You see, that's all I ever wanted. That's why I'm stuck on this one-on-one, because, you see, it's my first time. Well, I'm actually reading my shit. And you see, I'm actually reading my shit, and it's taking me in these spots. You see, it's taking me in these spots. Every time I write something down, somebody somewhere else picks the motherfucking shit up, and they talk on this shit about the shit that you done pushed out. But when it comes to people that look like me, it's called witchcraft. It's called sorcery, warlockism. You know, a demon shit. You see, everything is demonic, besides the motherfucker who gave them the definition of what demonic is. Them people aren't demonic because they're scholars. They got prestige, you see. And most folks that ride with the esoteric, you see, or the Gnostic, you know, some of them, you see, you have some beautiful people that's in these worlds, you see, and then you got some that's not, you see. I just like to fuck with people that's just raw, you know, that's just raw by nature, that remembers who they are, wasn't afraid to push out that shit, You see, even if they didn't have no training, even if they weren't put in a proper spot in life, you see, nothing can take them away from what was given to them from their father's testicles, from that water, you see, to the next earth, to this earth, you see, in the physical, you see, you know, or actually seeing what's inside the pineal, on how the pineal, you see, sees. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I'm just talking to you. I sometimes it crushes me a little bit. It crushes me a little bit because sometimes when you hearing people saying certain things, you be thinking they went through something and they can talk to you about certain things. So you like, damn, that shit is similar to mine, so I'm gonna spit this shit out. And maybe they'll say something, shit, these same motherfuckers are coming and then crush every goddamn thing that you saying. And even though, and they done went through the type shit. They didn't went through the shit, probably worse than you see, probably worse than you, but they trained themselves. Some of them trained themselves not to hear themselves on the outside because it's bad memories and shit. They would rather ignore the type shit, you see, instead of whispering to themselves that's popping about this soil. You see this popping about this soil. You see, they don't want it because they doing things abstract. You see, they doing things abstract. You see, unorthodox. You see what I'm saying, you know. You see, I just wish sometimes, you know, you see, don't be like the colonizers. You see, don't watch on how the colonizers just beat the fuck out of a motherfucker and keep them down for hella long and shit and beating the fuck out of them and all this other type of shit. And then here you come, you know, come around and shit and do the same motherfucking thing. You see, you do the same motherfucking thing as those that came before, you see, who was fucking up your peoples. You see, you do the same motherfucking thing, but you do it verbally. You see, you do it verbally. You don't hit, well, in your mind, you wish you could beat the fuck out of a motherfucker. You see, in your mind, and that's a fucked up thing to have. And you see, when you gentle and kind. You see, it's a fucked up thing to have when you like that, because ain't nobody fucking with, you know, it's like you literally here to help a motherfucker. You see, but every time you try to, here come a motherfucking Mack truck. You see, so you gotta dive, you know, and roll. You don't get the fuck out the way and shit. Now you fucked up your elbow and shit on the concrete and shit. You done hit your head, all this other type of shit, just trying to get out the way of this type of shit. You see, and it don't stop every motherfucking level. There's somebody that's gonna try to put the soles of their feet on your head and try to keep you down. You see, that's what they do, you know? And it's sad because it's like, damn. I mean, it's sad. You see, you telling them that you got stuck somewhere and you telling them what it is. But when you tell them, they thinking it has something to do with responsibilities and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not that. It's not that. You see? Just imagine certain things happen in your world that you didn't saw. You see? And these people was diabolical in your motherfucking world. And then you move away from that shit and then the same thing happens. Something is trying to harm you. Something is trying to put you in the penitentiary. Something is trying to kill you. So you move away from the whole motherfucking lot. Because whatever this thing is, you gotta find it and get this motherfucking shit up out of you. But they can't stand it. They can't see it. They can't feel it. They don't know what type of weight that is. Only thing they know is what you didn't do. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard to tell a motherfucker what it is because they got these scientific words and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go to this hospital, go to this hospital. But when you go to the hospital, motherfuckers say, you embarrassed them. You see? You know, you volunteer yourself so you can go talk to a motherfucker and you end up talking to the people that you went to seek help from. And you over here helping them. You see what I'm saying? You over here helping them. You up here, you know, gathering the people up and shit, something that they couldn't do. You gathering the people up and shit, you know, and playing Uno with them and shit, or however it may be. Look, you really don't even know how to play Uno and shit, but you thinking you do. You see, you got a motherfucker that's in these places and shit, that's a genius that be sitting around and shit, but your energy and shit, he want to join and shit, and so he's teaching everybody and me and everybody else on how to play, how to win and shit. Yeah, this motherfucker that they say was out of his mind. You see, shit like that, and so you learn in these characters, and then when you get out, you see them all walking the motherfucking street. You see, but they got these garments on, these things on. You see, the world type shit, they got all these things on. You see, so you can't see it because they obedient up under this corporation. They obedient and they discipline in this shit, so you won't see it. They doing everything that you're supposed to do. But see, if you take motherfuckers up in these hospitals, you see the same motherfuckers up in these hospitals. You see, I saw it with my own motherfucking eyes, nigga. You see, you spend 30 days up that motherfucker and see what you see and see if you can handle it. And see if you can handle it. You can't because of what you're thinking. You see, you got to take God with you everywhere you go. You got to think like a God when you're going in these places to get help. You only thing on your mind is supposed to be a supreme being. Fuck what these instructors are saying. You see, fuck what these instructors are saying. You see, because they talking kind of condescending to you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they talking like this and shit. You see, if you go, I'm talking about if you doing this shit. I ain't talking about no people committed you and shit. No, I'm talking about if you volunteer yourself. Don't be afraid. If something tell you to go up there and volunteer yourself and shit, you see, go on ahead and do it. You see, spend 30 days in that motherfucker and see. You see, and just see these people so you can see the same motherfucking people on the outside. They just got these covers over them. You see, but in relationships, you'll always see, you know, in some relationships, these people who've been in these relationships with certain people, they'll tell you who they are for real. When that garment is pulled back, you see, or they'll say, you really don't want to fuck with me. You don't know who I am. You really don't want, I'm telling you, you really don't want to see. They know who they are, you see, but they discipline up under this government, you see, and it's a beautiful thing, you see. I don't give a fuck who they be. Teach me how to be disciplined up under this thing, you see, up under, you know, the ward, up under the ward, you know, and how to do certain things out here. I forgot. You see, I ain't been out this motherfucking 33, I ain't, you know, years, all this type of shit I used to do in my youth and shit, you know, shit, the Most High just put me in a certain space and said mature. You see, said mature, and the people hearing vomit from me. You see, they hearing vomit. They hearing these certain things that I done went through. You see, how I was exposed. You see, how I was tricked. You see, how I was conjured upon. And you see all this type of shit, and I fell into this shit because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this shit is, but I was giving up when I was a kid, so I'm gonna go on in. I ain't afraid, and I went in this type of shit, and they broke my arm, they broke my leg and shit, all type of shit. I'm doing all type of shit on camera and shit, just going all out. Don't know what the fuck is happening and shit. And then to one day something said, nigga, hey, watch this, and then he did something to my motherfucking ass, and my whole mindset, it just shifted. You see, it just shifted to a whole different, well, no, it shifted back to where I'm supposed to be. And I didn't realize that motherfucker who said, watch this, they snatched that shit out. But the residue of where, or the prints of where it used to be, that's what they're hearing me talk about on this shit. You see, that's what they hear me talk about on this shit. If a motherfucker, I'm ready, but if a motherfucker come to me, then I ain't gonna look ready. Because how do you do it without money? How do you do it? You see, how do you do it? I don't have conversations with people. I don't know really how to do certain things out here in the world no more. You see, I don't watch a lot of television and shit. You see, I'm just here doing certain things because it's those who I really love and shit in my heart. You see, I'm talking to them through my shit. You see, because I was never able to talk to them. You see, I was never able to talk to them. You know, and they come to find out they acting just like you motherfuckers and shit. I'm like, God damn, I thought they would, you know, have a little bit of something and shit, you know. But it don't take me away from stopping because one of them, I believe, is going to have me in them and they going to say something to a nigga. You see, shit, you know. I don't take baits on shit. I don't take the bait unless it's familiar to me. You see, but it's not familiar to me. I ain't gonna take it. The only reason I go to certain things if it'd be the first, like a first time thing that I entered the world, that I was already familiar to it. That came from those that was before me. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You didn't mingle with them. You just saw their actions and shit, and you thought that's what, you know, that was the world that you was given, however it may be. Come to find out, that was death. And you see. So anything that happens or all type of shit gonna come to you and things like that, you're gonna have to stand back and just pause. Just pause because you got a seed inside of you, so just pause. you see, and recollect and see if that shit that's in your mind telling you to do something. You need to pay attention to what's telling you to do something and don't act upon it because everything is already set for you. Don't act upon it. The best thing to do is just turn around and walk away. They're going to say you're weak. They're going to say you ain't shit. They're going to say all type of horrible things, but God damn it, you just keep on walking away. And that's when they start talking about you weak. You ain't shit. You ain't this. You ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And all this time and shit, you got this thing that was inside of your head and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I saved their motherfucking life. You see, you saved their life. You see, you spared them. You saved your own motherfucking life. You see, can you imagine? Just imagine that type shit. Just imagine. And since they don't know what you're doing, it's giving them grounds to try to harm you before, you see, that thing bloom. You see? Bloom into his new world, into his new life, to where he knows his security, he knows his comfort, you see. He knows his security, he knows his comfort. You see, he knows his security, he knows his comfort. He knows his security, he knows his comfort. And you and no one else is going to take it away from me, no matter what you say or what you think. You see, I'm not here, I don't harm no motherfucker. You see, I defend my motherfucking self. And you see, I defend myself. You see, I always been by myself. You see, defending myself, defending my life. You see, defending my purpose. You see, even though I don't make the march, but goddamn it, I got the scars that let people know that goddamn it, I gave it a try. You see, I gave it a go. You see, I gave it a go. I may have failed in this shit, but goddamn it, I was spared to live a little bit. You see, I was spared to live a little bit. Even though they got me trapped in this electromagnetic shit, you see. And I got the understanding on how to release the shit. Only thing you gotta do is just talk for a motherfucker so I can give you something. And you see, I just want to give you something where it's not me doing it. I always say me because I don't have no religion or nothing like that. You see, I always say me. People say he's like this or he's doing this. He's Jeremiah here. He was Amen there. He's IC over here. You know, he's Osada and he's all these motherfucking names. These are the bodies that's helping me to go through. How come I don't have a right to give myself some attributes? And you see, when I was Amen, this happened. When I was IC, this happened. You see, when I was Amir, this happened. You see, it helps me to remember the time frames. And you see, that's what it's for. It helps me to remember the time frames. They all mean something. You see, they all mean something. You see, it's my book. Why is it that I can't do what those from the days of old done? Why is it that I got to be estranged from my own people? You see, and if it's not like that shit, I'm getting it from somewhere. You see, my father gave me a junior. The junior is the reflection of his father. I'm the second born, though. I'm not the firstborn. That was supposed to go to the firstborn. But they gave that shit to me. So I got to act out my father's name and feel the shit that he could never feel because he wasn't low as me. You see, he was hanging around low people, but he wasn't low as me in action. You see, he was a mathematical genius, goddammit. You see, and his world didn't help him to use that understanding to help develop what he produced in the world. You see what I'm saying? You see, it didn't help him. He had a mate. Shit, they was total opposite of each other. They could have worked. You see, he had the answers, he had the numbers. You see, but they doing their thing, however it may be. And can't nobody take the love that I have for them because I saw this shit. I could see the shit in me. I could see the shit out here in the world. You see, I don't have time to say that something was wrong with them too that brought me into the world. You know how like sometimes you be saying that shit around your children and shit, your father ain't shit or your mother ain't shit, and all of a sudden your child is right there, and then all of a sudden there's something pop in their head. You know what I'm saying? Well, damn, my mother used to always say my father ain't shit. Or my father used to say my mother ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here sitting up here living this shit. So you fucking around with a motherfucker that ain't shit, so that means you birthed me. Both of you motherfuckers birthed me, so that means I ain't shit. You see? You got your children to believe that type of shit and then to bring them down. You see? Yeah. So I don't fuck with that shit. I don't talk like that. You see? I don't talk like that. You see? I don't talk like that. You see? Wherever they've done it, based on what they know of each other. You see? And I love them both, but because my father gave me a Virgo, my mother gave me a Gemini, and I came out a Leo. You see, it was perfect what they did to make me the second born, or to give me the second born name. It was supposed to be, I was supposed to go through this type shit. You see, I didn't need no book, I just needed experience. Stop fucking with me. Yeah.